This is the fifth and final route from Blackhall to Leith. These routes are essentially my commute into Leith. And today's a special one because we have Storm Otto that will be providing a lot of power in getting me to Leith. You will see a few bits and bobs lying around on the street as a result of Storm Otto blowing things over. It wasn't that bad a storm, but it was pretty windy. It was also good fun to ride in. Been blown over. And some blown over barriers there to the right. Storm Otto wasn't as bad as Storm Arwen. I think Storm Arwen caused way more power outages further north than Otto did, though Otto did cause some power outages, from what I heard. It wasn't that bad. What I was a little bit concerned about, just up here on Quality Street, which is straight ahead, you will see there are trees lining the side of the road. About 10 years ago when we had a storm, there were cars queuing up that street to go to D Mains. And it was a windy day and one of the trees had blown over and landed on a car, whilst someone was in it. Thankfully though, there's no leaves on the trees, so there's nothing to really kind of catch and push them over. More storm evidence there. It was quite windy going north, which is the direction I'm going in right now. Even though the wind is coming from the west, which is to my left. And in particular, this bit here, it must have been a bit gusty here. Look at the trees on the right hand side. But it did feel like there was quite a headwind here and I was fighting the bike a touch. But that fight was short-lived, because about 300 yards up the road I'll be making a right turn and I would be cycling with the wind. Yay! Much easier now. But it was a beautiful day. I don't think it rained. And here we turn on to some fine Edinburgh cycling infrastructure. Could you tell the sarcasm in my voice? This is absolutely bonkers. They've done this to encourage cyclists to go up and down from the promenade. It's great for kids, and I understand why they've done it. The segregation is safer. But they've closed it all off the cars and only allowed buses. But why not just let buses and bicycles go down the road? Why do you need all of this protective barriers? It doesn't make any sense. It's almost like they've said, look what we've done to help cyclists. But it just seems pointless. Just stop cars from going down the road. Then there's more room for everybody, buses and bicycles. Maybe they thought by putting the cycling infrastructure in place, it will stop cars from using the road. Some nice holes there created by the buses that they're not going to repair. Anyway, on to the good stuff now. This is the Sylvanhours Promenade. And we are getting the full benefit of the wind here. Obviously, you have to be careful of dogs off leads. There's one there. There was a wee scary moment coming up of a dog walker, and his dog was to one side of me and he was to the other. I did give 3 loud pings to say I was coming, but he walked the wrong way. So I had to go between him and his dog, which I don't like to do. I could tell the dog was well trained and wasn't going to move. Here it comes. When it jumped up, I thought, uh-oh. But it was fine. Normally there's more people walking down here. I think because of the weather, maybe they were put off. Another dog to keep an eye on here. And we're further out in the open here, and this is where the wind really gave a push. Another 3 loud bings to warn them that I was coming. I'm not entirely sure whether they heard me, if they were listening to music or not. But the dog was on lead, which was fine. This little bit here was quite fast. I was mindful of this corner coming up just to make sure that there was nobody walking towards me. But this kind of wind is normally unusual, so... And we're back on to route number 1. Oh, it's nice the light is shining a bit more now that we're getting further into the year. Spring is awesome. Can't bear winter. It's the worst season. I suppose there's a solution. Move south during winter. Oh, look at that light, it's just beautiful. Normally I bump onto the cycle path that's up ahead. That's more populated than Sylvanau's promenade is. And the road looked quiet ahead. So let's stick to the road. The speed sign display thingamajig there on the left hand side no longer works. They never seem, they work for a wee bit and then they stop working, don't they? Why they only last so long. You may have noticed my bi-coloured handlebars, red and blue. I like to say it's deliberate, it's not. But they are the colour of my team. It's only because I say not deliberate. What happened was I hit a wire fence that had been pulled off onto the cycle lane once and it ripped the red bar tape on the left hand side. So I had some spare blue tape, so I popped that on to replace it. And then lo and behold, my team colours. Yay! So they are only bi-colour because of function. And the secondary purpose is a football team. Which is pretty cool. I was expecting to stop up here, but I get a go, which was magic. But the traffic is non-existent. It's magic. But that's because of the school holidays. There's a wee uphill here, and I was hoping to get a little bit of momentum from that open bit, but unfortunately the guy up front, I think he was lost. I didn't know where he was going and slowed down, so I lost that slingshot effect up this hill. I used to live in one of those houses just to the right-hand side. Pointless fact, eh? Some more morning light goodness there. Looks like 2 laser beams on the camera. I will do one more ride-in video when it's a nice-ish day, just a comparison the traffic from the holidays to regular. I mean, like I said, there's nothing there. It's like it's a Sunday morning right now. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And we'll see you on the next one.